Hey, good afternoon, family. It's Elgin here, eXp Realty, the Elgin and Pilar Walker team. And I want to just kind of quickly talk about the appraisals on purchasing properties. And the first thing I want you to know about the appraisal is that it is not an inspection. So, an appraiser does not go into the property looking for defects, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. Needless to say that they will point out obvious structural and safety issues, and a lot of that depends upon what kind of financing you're doing. So the first thing is, do you always need an appraisal? Well, if you're paying cash and there's no financing involved, an appraisal is not necessary. Okay, you may still want to have one, but it's not necessary. But if you are financing your property, 9 out of 10 times an appraisal is going to be required. Now, we were seeing when the market was a little bit different, sometimes the appraisals not being required by some lenders on specific cases at some times. But 9 out of 10 times, you're going to have an appraiser go out. Now, the biggest reason you're having an appraisal is you've got your lender, and your lender is putting up the majority of the money. So although your buyer and your seller may have an agreed upon sales price, the lender, because they're financing the most in the transaction, they want to know if there's value there. You figure if the buyer's putting down 3 or 5%, which is very common in the marketplace nowadays, that means that the lender is on the hook for 95 or maybe 7% of the loan, the value of the property. So just look at it yourself. If you were putting up that much money for someone, you want to know that the ability to sell that property or whatever else is there in case, unfortunately, a borrower were to basically belly up for whatever reasons, right? Now, the appraiser, when he goes out, is looking for value. They're looking for at comps, and if it happens to be a FHA or a VA, a government type loan appraisal, they're also looking for basic just safety issues that are requirements, like smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, a water heater properly strapped, stuff like that. They're not going through checking faucets and electrical outlets and that sort of thing. They're looking for specific safety requirements that are required for the property to be transferred. Hopefully that helps on what an appraisal is. When it's done, I also suggest in your transactions to get your appraisal done as quickly as possible, because the physical inspection and the appraisal are generally the two biggest reasons that you have an escrow that falls apart. Might as well get them done out the way so that you know more than likely you've got smooth sailing once those things have been done and any issues have been addressed. Any questions, give us a call, the Elgin and Pilar Walker team, and take care.